Hello, my name is Winston. Today I'm going to show you how to solve the Connect coding challenge in Ruby on Exercism. For this challenge, this is about a game called Hash or Polygon. So, for in order to win the game for player X will need to pass through the board from the left to the right, and for player O, you need to pass through the board from the top to the bottom. For example, for this test, and on this board, player X will be the winner because he can pass through the board from the left to right, like this. And for the second last test, it will be player O who would be the winner because he can pass through the board from top to bottom. So the goal of this challenge is to build a function and to see who is the winner. So first, for this test, we have a class called board and we have a method called winner, and we will need to initialize it. And now we have the board, but we need to turn the string of the string in the arrays to arrays. And we will split by the empty character, the space character. And now we have an array of arrays. Next step, we need to have a board history. So for example, for this test, we need to have a separate record to record the historical moves for each player. And it will be a private method because we don't need to call this method for the instance. So we will store the historical move in a hash. And for each row, we will also need to have a array. Oh. And now we have a block history. So for X, the first row he moved on column index 3, which is here, and then second row 0 and 3, and third row 0, 3, and the last row 0. And for O, the first row is 0, 1, 2, and so on. So we have the block history now. And for the next step, we will need to have a method to find out who will be the winner. So in order to solve this problem, when I look at the board, actually it looks like a maze. And I remember there are some algorithm that can find the path for a maze. Therefore, I asked ChatGPT how to find the path. And then he taught me something about depth first search and breadth first search. And the code here is, actually I'm not going to use this code in my solution, but ChatGPT has taught me what's the difference between DFS and BFS. So for DFS, is explore a path as deeply as possible before backtracking, while BFS explores all the labels of a loop before moving on to the next level of labels. So for this challenge, we will apply depth first search. So first we need to get the start point. So for the start point for player X, it will be from the left, and for player O, it will be from the top. So I first set the start point or the current point as new, and then we need to have a way called toWizard. It means that, for example, if there are more than one start point, then for example, if we have two start points, then we need to store one of them to the toWizard array. We will explore one of the start points first, and then after we have exhausted all the possible move from that start point, then we will look at the toWizard array and get the points in the toWizard array to start again. And also we have a visited array. This is to store the points that has already been visited. Because for X, the start point must be from the left. So first we need to have a look of the block history. And we got the block history. So the start point must be from index column index 0. So we need to get all the rows which has index 0. So if currently we don't have a start point, then we will set it as the start point. If we already have a start point, then we will store those points to visit. Wait. And now we have the start point. So for the first value, it represents the row, and the second value represents the column. And next we have the depth search method. Because the goal for pair X is to reach column index 3, so we will return true if pair X can reach column index 3. So it will be the length of the first row minus 1. And the next step, we will need to find the possible move around the current point. So down right means this point and down left means here. So for down right, it would be and it will only be a possible move for player X if he has indeed made that move. So it would be shown in the record. And also it must be a point that has never been visited. And for the down left, it will be in the column index minus 1. And also for the row index, it must not exceed the length of the board. And next it would be right and left. And next it would be up right and up left. So, and also the row should not the row should be greater than 0, so it shouldn't be a negative number. And upright it will +1. And now it should be alright. So we need to store the current pawn to the visited array, and also set a new pawn as the current pawn. Because we are using a depth first search, so it means we will explore down below first. But it could be new, so if current is new, then we will set another point. Else, we will include the pawn to the visit array. If that pawn, unless the pawn is new. So we will do the same for other points. And next step is If current is still new, then we will get a point from the choices array. But of course, the choices array must not be empty. However, if current point is still new, it means that tail x could not reach the end point. Therefore, we will return false. Otherwise, we will run the method again recursively. I really like this challenge because it can help improve my debugging skills. Because it's very easy to have typo mistake. And now we have searched it. We have solved this test because it's returned true. So done. So next we will move on to a test where O will be the winner. And here we will need to amend the search method. So for pair O, the start point will not be the same. Therefore, we need to set another way to find the current point, the start point. As it must be the start point must be from the top rows, therefore we will only need to look at the top row. And now we have the start point for player O. And they have different end point as well. So player O will win if he can reach the last row. And it's true. So we should return an empty string if there's no winner. For example, so for the first test, there's no start point for both players. Therefore, we should return false if there's no current point. And now let's test all the tests. It's done. My solution has passed all the tests. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy my coding. And for this challenge, I think the most difficult part is to test how good your debugging skill is. And thanks for this test, I have learned something called depth first search and breadth first search. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.